This year, 2024, I decided to shoot a match called the Viking Trail. It is a 3-day match all across Norway in the middle of nowhere. So you kind of get to see the country farm side of it. We started in a little town and did 0 and check-in day. Then we drove to match day 1, shot that all day. Then we drove 2 hours and stayed in the hotel that night, and then shot day 2, and then drove the next day and shot day 3. So 3 different ranges, 3 different hotels. There was 26 countries, I believe, at this match, 109 shooters. There's a lot of traveling, a lot of shooting, and I was exhausted by the end. But Runar and, I'm gonna butcher her name because I learned I don't say it right, Thorn Johnson did a spectacular job with this match, and I honestly don't know how they do it, how they pull it off, but they do a great job with it. So day 1 was on the top of this mountain. It looked like we were on the moon. It's in the middle of nowhere. We had this guy named Sven. He's a Sweden shooter. He's the special slow Swede, and he he put a smile on everyone's faces, and honestly that's why I do, is to meet people like him. And we had an Italian lady shooter on our squad as well. She was great. We shot in probably some of the hardest winds I've ever seen in my entire life. It was insane. So everyone left that day feeling like, why do we even do this? Day 2 was much more of like a forest theme. We shot across some ponds and some trees, much more of like what we see in the US. It made us feel a lot better about ourselves that day. It was still hard, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't near as bad as day 1. Based on how you do on day 1 and day 2, they put you in a super squad on day 3 if you're above 12, and I shot 9th place on day 1 and 10th place on day 2, but I still made the super squad on day 3. Day 3 was kind of like their short range, and it was more of like movements and mind tricking. So the furthest shot we shot on day 3 was like maybe 400 yards. And it was all about how fast you can move and how much you can remember in a short period of time. It was very different. I haven't shot one of those matches in quite a while, so it was a whole day of it. And it was on the 3rd day when we were all exhausted. So I said we were like going off of muscle memory. We had no clue what we were doing anymore. We were just doing what we've been trained to do. I ended in 15th place on day 3, sadly, dropping a couple of places due to a complication I had on a stage. And I wasn't able to finish it, so I dropped 6 points there, knocking me back down a little bit. But I'm not gonna complain, I had a great weekend. I ended up winning the ladies division, which I'm very happy with. Pia got 2nd, I believe, and then a girl from the Czech Republic. I don't remember her name, but I remember her Instagram handle is Killer Queen because I love that. She got 3rd. I got to reunite with a lot of people that I've known before, and then met a whole bunch of new ones. I got to see all my British friends that I love. The match overall was an amazing experience. I'll definitely be back. The match flow, for having 3 different ranges and not a lot of time to set up and take down whatever, they did amazing.